The Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer, weekdays 4 Eastern.
Well, first of all, I think everyone is shocked by this, and I think to a certain extent everyone's going to assume there's another story. You don't just quit with a year and a half to go as governor. You certainly don't do this as a stepping stone to run for president. You finish the job that you're in, and obviously she's not doing that. I think people are going to be very suspicious because of the timing. You don't quit on a Friday. It's a 3-day holiday. If you're going to do this, you think it through. You give a good speech. You basically have an audience. And I think to a certain extent, this has just made her look terribly inept. And I think that's been one of the questions that people have about her. Is she substantive enough to be a more serious candidate for president or anything else? So my sense is she's a young woman, so it's never the end. And I've been around politics too long to ever think anybody's finished. But at this point in time, there's going to be a lot of people looking hard at this. There's a lot of Republicans going to be shaking their head after the last week or 10 days we've had with Senator Ensign and Governor Sanford. This is just one more blow to the body of the Republican Party. So I think there's not going to be any happiness anywhere by this decision, except maybe Lieutenant Governor of Alaska, who now gets to finish her job.
Ed, you brought up the fact that she mentions this, she does this in such a way that it really is, it's the beginning of the July 4th weekend. A lot of people taking time off or in traffic, they're going to picnics, that type of thing. Do you think that she was trying to bury this news, or why do you think that she actually did it this way?
If she did it by thinking she was going to bury the news, I mean, obviously this is a tactic that you use when you want to bury something, but this is not a story you want to bury, and you can't bury it. I mean, she was the running mate and is viewed as a serious candidate in the future. So my sense is the idea that this story is not going to go away. You may be stuck today finding people to come on and talk, just as you were with me, but by Sunday, Monday, Tuesday next week, this is a story that's got long legs, and everyone's going to go look hard again. She's going to have another total review of what's going on in Alaska, almost the scrutiny she had when she was first announced. This just doesn't make sense. It goes against anybody's common sense, and it certainly doesn't enhance her in any way, shape, or form.
And Ed, I know it's hard to predict as these events unfold, but at one point you did think rather highly of her. You called her a brilliant but risky choice for vice president. Are you reassessing what you think about her now?
Well, listen, it was a brilliant, bold move at the time. I think she had 2 great weeks at the beginning of that campaign. I think she energized the base. I still think she's very popular among the base. But everybody around the country who's for her, and many people might have been, are shaking their heads saying, why quit now? I mean, you've got 2 more years, a year and a half to go. If you want to finish out your term and use your family or whatever is the excuse, fine. But you don't quit in the middle of a term. We're not a party of quitters. And basically to walk away right now without scandal or what have you because the job's tough or somebody else can do it better. And the idiotic story about, I don't want to be lame duck. I mean, everybody's lame duck. There was a period in this country where half the governors only had 4-year terms. So I think the reality is that there's all that she has done today has raised very serious questions.